Frank, if you could you recap the Sacred Heart game, what you liked, what you didn't like, and then talk about what Robert Morris brings to the table?
Well, unfortunately, there's a lot more that I didn't like than I liked. Obviously, after that, it was not the clean performance that you look for. It was full of all the things that drive me crazy as a head coach. The pre-snap penalties that we had, and unable to sustain drives. And again, credit to Sacred Heart. Played very good defense with 8 returning starters over there, and it showed. They broke up a lot of balls that looked like there were going to be at least some completions in there. So, and then defensively, in the second quarter we tired a little bit and maybe didn't sub as quickly as we needed to, but certainly the defense settled down and responded and really only gave up one play in the second half, and it was the play, unfortunately, that made the difference in the game and not give us an opportunity with about 3:40 on the clock. So as poorly as we played, and we played poorly, and obviously for some of the things that happen, it starts with me, and I got to make sure we're prepared better, obviously. But given all that, we still had a chance to win the football game with 3+ minutes to go, and then they make a huge play, and that pretty much summed up a very difficult evening with lightning delays and everything else. So we've obviously moved forward. We now practice on Monday, so we've already moved forward, and we're in full preparation for Robert Morris, which in some ways the same type of football team and even a little bigger and thicker and more physical. Really, looking at it, one difference, Robert Morris quarterback doesn't seem to want to run quite as much as with Sacred Heart, but you got a big, strong running back who just carried the ball 39 times. You get some pretty good wide receivers, and so they're an athletic team that give you some issues defensively because of the unbalanced looks and different things that they're doing. Defensively, again, an aggressive group, and we anticipate that obviously people are going to put as much pressure on us as they can and try to beat up on our quarterback, who took some unfortunate hits, pretty beat up at this point.
Well, in the first half there, we kind of got wore down, especially in the second quarter, and we realized that. So at halftime, we were adamant about getting re-energized and getting refocused and going out there and doing everything that we could to just stop them and get the ball back in our offense's hands and just doing our job. And that's what we told ourselves. We're just going to go out there and fly around and have some fun in the second half, and I think that's what we did for the most part.
One thing I really felt great about, I thought the communication was terrific. Sometimes the first game starting out with a new coordinator, those kind of things, you're going to struggle a little bit here or there, but the communication was fantastic, and there were some very good football plays out there, and I think our defense got stronger as the game went on. But it's not a matter to sit and say, and I spoke to the team vehemently after the game. It's going to be easy to say, well, the defense played well enough to win with the offense. Well, it may or may not be true, and it doesn't matter. We lost as a football team, and there's going to be other situations where it's going to be just the opposite, and we got to stay together, and I thought the kids did, and they kept battling. At least I was able to walk away with, hey, we didn't lay down. We kept battling. We had a chance to the end, and didn't win.
I think we're pretty solid overall with our scheme. Sure, there's always going to be little tweaks that we have to make after the first week, especially going into game one with game one jitters and first guys starting. But I think overall we have a really good understanding of what we're supposed to be doing. Now it's just going out there and executing it every single week.
You can either let the frustration get to you, or hey, you got to put it behind you, and we got to come out and play a lot better. We know we're better than that, and this team found out some things about themselves, and I look for an intense Tuesday and Wednesday practice.